Hi, I'm Ashley Webber and thanks for taking the time to visit my website. So you've clicked on the booking guide which has taken you down to this video. In this video I'm going to share with you my absolute must questions and pieces of information that you should ask and receive from your entertainer moving forward to make sure that you've got a very smooth event and that there are no hidden surprises. The reason I've created this is that unless you're booking entertainment on a regular basis, it's a minefield out there. Thousands of entertainers, all claiming to be the best, lots of websites, agencies, helpful guides. So the information is out there, but it's a little bit inconsistent. So I've just put together this one-stop shop with the key questions that you should be asking prior to booking confirmation. Please help yourself to a free hard copy of this by clicking on the link below with my compliments. Please enjoy this and I sincerely hope that it's useful for you. The first thing that you need to be thinking about is asking the question, the quote that you've given me, is that final? Is that 100% inclusive of travel time, any other expenses, anything that might need downloading, any extra equipment, lighting, accommodation, food costs? Are there going to be any last minute surprises? Can I confirm this is the absolute amount that I will or we will be paying you? Secondly, what have you got in place regarding unforeseen circumstances, God forbid, an emergency, illnesses, cancellations, moving the date, etc. If there's an issue with the entertainer, if you've fallen ill, again, God forbid, or something happens, are there a list of replacements that could be offered? Is there a contingency plan? What is in place? And also, what is your policy with regards to a deposit? I would always ask early on if you can see a copy of your proposed entertainer's terms and conditions. Next, and this point cannot be overstated, we need to speak about safety. Your entertainer is going to need public liability insurance and PAT, that's Portable Appliance Test Certificates, for all of their equipment. They have to have this, but they also need to make sure that they are in possession of them. They have tangible copies of their public liability insurance and their PAT certificates so that they can be sent to the venue. Venues historically, I don't know why, leave it to the last minute very often to ask for these. So just make sure A, they have them, B, they are in possession of them. Now your entertainer will speak to the entertainment coordinator at your chosen venue and ask all the relevant safety questions, talk about access, performance area, PowerPoints, etc. But just really do make sure that your entertainer does have a contact at the venue. Okay, they need to make sure that it's safe and that their power isn't going to be coming from a generator, which is going to drown their sound out, which is running off 2 extension cables from the main building. Need to make sure that the performance area isn't a little metre square under a damp, dripping wet marquee. Basics. We will ask those questions, but we just need a point of contact in order to do so. Next, don't be afraid to ask any questions that come to mind. Now, I'll use the example of a wedding. People meet with their florist, they have a look at the examples of the flowers and the previous arranging that they've done. Photographer, meet them at the venue, again, have a look at previous albums. Well, why not do the same for your entertainer? Can you meet your entertainer in person? Can we meet you at the venue? If either side that's a problem, could we do a Skype call with you? Could we do a Zoom conference? Can we have a chat face to face? Because your entertainer might tick all of the boxes, but they're just not a great fit for you as a personality. Okay, ask for social media handles. All right, what's your Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Do you do TikTok? And on there you can have a look at videos, testimonials, ratings, have a look at a previous client list, and of course previous performances. So ask questions. Folks, we'll look at what is arguably the biggest deciding factor, and it would be remiss of me to sit here and think otherwise, and that is cost. How much is this going to cost? I acknowledge from planning my own wedding with my wife that ultimately that is going to be your main deciding factor. There's just a couple of things I'd like to say to you with regards to price tags. You have cost and then value for money. They're two very, very different things. Now, you may have 2 entertainers that you've narrowed it down to who on the surface of it provide a very similar service. You've got one here who's very, very lowly priced. You've got one up here whose price tag, you might have that initial there's maybe not quite an understanding as to why that is significantly more than this one. So it goes down to my previous point, folks, of asking questions. It might be the performer who's come in at a very, very low quote ticks the boxes for you. They meet your needs. They're a good fit for your requirements. So go with them. You might have a look at your more expensive entertainer and think, well, actually, what's on offer for that is better value. They're providing a piano service during the wedding dinner. There's provision of the microphone for speeches, etc. That comes with a full lighting setup. Disco, there are longer sets, there are more sets. That is a one-size-fits-all entertainment package. The flip side of that is maybe they're just overpriced. The point is, ask the questions. Yes, your price tag is going to be an initial set alarm bells ringing factor for you, but then delve into it. What are you getting for this amount, and what are you getting for this amount? And you can decide from there what the actual value of the cost is. We do that by just engaging and asking questions. Thank you very much for watching this guide. I hope that it's been useful to you. I hope that you've been able just to take some key notes, some key points and some key questions that you would need to ask going forward, just to make sure that your event runs as smoothly as possible. I wish you all the best. Thank you once again for watching, and please, with my compliments, click the link below and download yourself a free copy of this guide.